Hi guys from Tennis Matter. In this video we'll talk about the ATW stringing pattern, also known as one piece to knocks. We illustrate different type of uh, way to apply the ATW based on your racket frame. Why ATW? ATW means around the world, because using only one single piece of string you need to apply tension in all your racket frame. Before starting stringing, you just need to know how the string length need to be, and normally I count just based on my racket the number of pieces passed on my pattern. So if I have 16 by 19, I just sum my 16 mains and 19 crosses. There are like for two string, two piece of strings and four knocks, you just need to start your mains based on your racket frame. There are two types of way to start. Uh, if you have a racket like this one that is a 16 by 19 pattern, the frame in this image is the head extreme MP. You have three couple of grommets, so the number is odd and you need to start from the bottom. In case instead you have a racket like the head speed MP, like this one, also 16 by 19, but in this case the frame has four couple of grommets in the bottom, so you need to start from the top to apply your tension. In this video we just talk about the ATW, but before you can string using only one piece, you need to check your technical details about your frame, because like head, you lose your warranty if you use only one piece of string. Normally, this type of rackets need to be strung with two pieces for knots. So in this video, we are just talking about theory about the ATW. Now we can start showing how to string. So we start with the start throat version. So we start from the bottom. In this case, we have a 16 by 19 pattern. So we start from the bottom. The rule is that you just need to apply tension symmetrically at at maximum three times three strings at time. So we just start from the center, from here, and apply tension to three strings. Now we apply in the other side to apply tension symmetrically in your frame, just not to damage your racket. Then we continue from the right side, from the left side, we apply tension. And then normally when you apply your ATW, I just prefer to lock first your mains on the left side. It's just the way I do. Then we continue on the right side and follow the main. We arrive here on the top. You can see the last main is not applied in this case, because in this case, if we apply tension in using two pieces, we need to go down and apply the tie off here. So because in this case we are using only one piece of string, we need a way to close to arrive from the top, apply tension on the bottom, following your frame. So the only way to do this in this racket is starting from the top and find a way to go down and arrive in this point. So because we have a number of crosses that is odd also, 19, if we start from the first one, we arrive here and is not correct. So normally when you have odd number of crosses and you arrive here on the top in the in not the last, the previous on the top, we need to skip also the first cross in order to finish crosses on the bottom in this point. So we just skip the last main and the first cross and continue to string our racket. So we continue apply tension in our crosses and go down until we arrive in the last cross. Now we can use these two holes to pass through and go in the last main up and the last cross and apply our knot here. So we have two knots, only one piece in this case. This is one on the most used racket, the extreme. Now I show how to do the same thing, but in another 16 by 19 racket with different type of starting point. So in this case, we start from head version, from the top. Same pattern, but this frame, that is the head speed MP, we need to start from the top. So we apply, like the previous one, we apply tension on our mains. Apply tension first in the three mains on the right, then three main on the left, continue. Then, like in previous case, we just finish our mains in the left side and apply a normal knot like two pieces and four knots stringing pattern. Then we continue on the right side on our mains. In this case, normally, the normal flow to apply tension is just exactly finish on the top of our frame. So we are just following our racket and we not need to skip the last main because we finish arriving on the top side of our frame and continue to string from our crosses. So in this case it is much simple than the previous and we can just start from our first cross. Skip and continue apply tension until arrive here and making a normal knot. So we have two knots, one here and one here. You can apply, you just need to follow um, your technical uh, you just need to read your technical stuff about your racket to know where to apply your knot. In a in a lot of head rackets is indicated in your frame. Probably this is not correct. You need to apply here, but you just need to uh, see your racket. Now we have seen another way to apply the same string pattern, a different way, the way the ATW. Now we have seen two type of rackets that are 16 by 19. Now we continue with a 18 by 18 by 20. That is also another way to apply your ATW. So in this case, we are seeing a head speed pro, like Novak Djokovic for it's not way correct, but the head speed pro. So in this case, we can see we need to start from the head, from the top, because we have 4 couple of grommets on the bottom. So we just need to apply tension from here. Just fit three mains each side just to apply tension symmetrically. And we can see that here we just in the left side string normally, like 2 pieces for knots. Then in this case, we are seeing that we arrive on the top of the frame, but we need to skip the last main, otherwise we arrive on the bottom of the frame. And we know, we have just spoke about that the ATW, we need to start our crosses from the top. So in this case, we need to skip the last main because we need to arrive on the bottom and return up here. So we skip the last main, we just start apply tension on the first cross on the top. So after applying tension in our crosses, we just arrive here in this point and we can just reconnect our string on the last main and making the second knot. Now we just need to show the ATW for a 16 by 19 by 20 pattern. So in this case, we have 3 couple of grommets from the bottom. So we just can start from the bottom. We apply tension like the other in the other case, and we can make our knots on the left side. Then here, just like in the previous case, we see that our main should finish on the bottom, but in order to apply our ATW, we need to start apply tension from the top crosses. So in this case, we need to skip our last main. Because we have 20 number of crosses, the number is even, so we don't need to skip our first cross, but we can start directly from the first cross. So from here we arrive in the first cross. And then continue apply tension. We finish here, we pass through and reconnect the last main and make our knots. So we have seen the most used racket frame. The rules are the same if you have a different type of string pattern. Just follow the rule about skipping the last main if you have your main that arrive in this point. Otherwise, you can string all your mains from the last if you finish your last main on the top. And you need to skip the first cross if you have a number of crosses that is odd. Otherwise, if the number is even, you can directly start apply tension from the first cross and go down. So, conclusion. You need to start from head or throat about your mace. Poi make the first knot on the last main on the left side of your racket. Check if the last main in the mains end on the bottom or on the top, and skip the last main in one of these if your main end on the top and on the bottom, so you need to skip the last main. Skip the first cross if you have an odd number of crosses, like 19. You need to tension the last cross with the skip and main, so you need to just after you have finished your crosses, apply tension, you just need to return in your main. Tension your first cross if you skip it because like the first case, the 16 by 19, like this case. Make the second knot and we are finished. So I have just show, I think, all the most used racket frame about the ATW. If someone of you have some question, you just leave some comments in the video, and thanks for watching. Bye.